most people try to perform first aid on people, but are often wrong and end up injuring them further and killing them by accident. So today I will compare the most right and the most common wrong ways to help someone. If you got stung by a bee, what would you do? Most people, including everyone I asked, said they would take it out with a tweezer. This is wrong because if you use a tweezer, you will squeeze out more venom in you. So the correct way is to get a credit card and scrape it real quick off. Now let's say you got stabbed. Most people would want to take out the knife. If you take out the knife, you're removing a barrier that's blocking out the blood flow. So if you take it out, you will bleed to death. So if you leave the knife, you could survive for a few hours or a few days, and that's enough time to seek medical attention. Let's say someone got a bee sting but are terribly allergic to it. And they have an EpiPen on them, which is great, but most people don't know how to use it. The correct way to use an EpiPen is hit in your thigh real hard, it might bruise you, and hold it there for a few seconds. The reason why not to put it in your arm is because that's epinephrine, and when you have allergic reaction, your blood vessels will swell up, and if you put it in your arm, which already has small blood vessels, it will strangle it and you will lose blood circulation. But now, let's say they don't have legs. Then you do it in their butt. But if they don't have a butt, they do it on the arm, and if they don't have arms, then they're a goner. So, one of the most important ones about first aid is CPR. Most people, if they don't know CPR, they would just see what they do on TV, and maybe will do chest compressions right, and most will do it wrong. You're supposed to do 30 chest compressions and do 2 mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You have to go at 100 beats per minute, which is hard to calculate. So go by the beat of another one bites dust, or go by the rhythm of staying alive. So first, in order for you to do it correctly, so you get your hands like this, and use the bottom of your hand to push down on the ribs. But for a good way you can use this is use a CPR breathing mask. But most of the time, no one would have one. So you don't need to do mouth to mouth unless you want to. So in this process of CPR, you will break ribs, which might sound scary, but it's either that or you losing your life. So now, let's say someone got fainted. So fainting is also very important, and if someone faints, you might want to slap them to wake them up. That might work, and once they're woken up, you might want to have them sit down. Most people will have them stand up, but if you do, you're pushing blood away from their brain, and they might faint again. And you don't need that to happen. So let's talk about burns. If you got a burn, most people would run to a faucet or sink and put ice on it. But if you put ice, it will cause more destruction to the injured area. And if you put wet compresses ice, it will lower down the body temperature, which is bad. Call medical attention if the burn is covering over 10% of the body. And if you got a burn, let's say on your arm or feet, you can use these so you don't scratch them and cause further skin damage. So what you want to do, if it's not that bad, put ointment on the area and cover it with these bandages. And if it's like getting too bad, you treat it with a damp, cool cloth, not cold, but cool. Second-degree burn is very painful because it's not killing your nerves, but in a third-degree burn is less painful because your nerves are dead and you're getting burned to the bone. So let's talk about frostbite. most people, if you like hiking, but since we're California, it's not going to be that common. But let's say you're in another state and you're hiking in the mountains, frostbite is going to be very important. So if one finger or a bunch of fingers get frostbitten, most people would wrap them like this. But if you do, after it would glue together and you have to separate them. So you need to put the area in warm water, not hot, until the skin turns red and warm. Do not warm it then mix with too cold air because it's also going to cause worse damage. So if you want to help someone, that's very good to enroll in some CPR classes or first aid classes. And they're free and available at schools, community services, and hospitals. So any help is better than no help. You trust your common sense, even though it's not 100% correct, is better than not helping at all. Thank you.